What's up, guys? Welcome to dating part two. Last week we talked about why we date, and in this one we just continue part two on bad dating. Here are some key points why we date, and these key points could start a very bad relationship. Some people date because we want to be around attractive people. That's it. You just want to hang around pretty people, so you date. Some of us date because it just gives us someone to hang out with because we're bored. We want to have someone we can call and say, hey, let's go do this, because we know they have to, because that's our boyfriend and girlfriend and whatnot. So that's why we date, because we want someone to hang out with. Some of us date because of the physical contact. Last week we talked about that we are sexual beings. And it's okay to be that way, but just guard your heart until the right time, right? So some of us date because of the physical contact. And a lot of us date, no, well, not a lot of us, but some of us date because of the drama that comes in with it. We like drama. We are people. We like to argue and drink cokes and fight. I mean, look at all the MTV reality TV shows. All kinds of drama. Do you think those happen naturally? No, they set it up so to make it more entertaining. Some of us date because we like the drama. So when we date, we start this process, this journey towards sex. And but we're not going to talk about that yet, because we're going to have a week to talk about, and 2 weeks to talk about it. But Proverbs 4:23, it says, above all else, guard your heart, because it is the wellspring of life. When you think about life, it's like the way we do things. We eat, sleep, all kinds of stuff. Where we hang out with our friends, do our homework, obey our parents, all those things. That's what we call life. Well, our heart is the wellspring of that. What's in our heart, it's what represented out there in our life. You get it? So our heart, it's really who we are. It's what moves us. It's what drives us. It's what makes us communicate. It's what makes us talk to people, not talk to people, fight with people, not fight with people. What makes us love people. Our heart is what our character. It's what we what we like to see, what we like to buy, what we like to eat. Our heart, it's where we like to play sports or not, what kind of sports we're into. So that's where our heart is. And Proverbs says, our heart, it's a wellspring of life. And Jesus says, for where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be also. So what we put our most time in, that's where our heart is. So when we start this journey of dating, we begin to give away our heart a little bit. We start to share our dreams, our fears, to share our feelings, to share our interests. And we start to share that to people. And these people get a hold of it, which is a part of us, part of our heart. Maybe that's why we get hurt so much in relationships, because we give away a part of who we are, and people takes it and they squeeze it, or they let it go. If they don't embrace it, then the opposite of embracing our heart, it's breaking it. Then we get hurt. So here's some advice of like how not to have a bad relationship, bad dating. 1, don't put all your eggs in one basket. A lot of us begin to date and we begin to feel like we have to tell our boyfriend and girlfriends about everything about our lives. We have to give up sports as well so we can hang out with them. We have to skip our homework so we can go and hang out, or not, and stay up late so we can talk on the telephone. Well, we don't have to do that. We still have our lives. A bad relationship is when you start pushing off everybody else and only hang out with the person you're dating. You want to include them in your life. Are you dating a guy or girl right now? Bring them over for dinner. Sit at home and watch TV with your parents, with him or her. Get them involved in your church, in your youth group, in your community. Get them involved in what you're doing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket and get rid of your life, but include them in your life. Number 2, to not start on a bad relationship, it's avoid the big question. Oh yeah, the big question. What's the question? Oh, you know what that is. It's the question when you sit down and he asks you, can we take it to the next level? What's that mean? That means he's bored. That means he doesn't want to take you out anymore. That means he doesn't want to meet your parents anymore. That means he doesn't want to come over your house and have dinner anymore. That means he wants your body. He's bored with you. And unless you take it to the next level, offer him your body, then he's bored. So he said, or she said, can we take this to the next level? That's the question you want to avoid. And when that question comes up, it's time to break up. Because the relationship can only go one step further, and that's giving up your body. And remember what the Bible said, protect your heart. It is the wellspring of life. Or do not awaken love into a soul's desire. It's not the right time yet. So avoid the question. Number 3, keep your personal hope. Your heart. It's where your dreams, your fears, your feelings. It's what you want to be one day. It's what you want to do. You want to go to law school. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a garbage man. Whatever you want to be one day. That's where your heart is. A lot of us, when we date, we start to give up some of those things. I know a couple of people who, just because their boyfriend or girlfriend just go to the school, so they decide to go there too and give away all their dreams, hopes, and dreams. I know a couple of people refuses to go to college because their girlfriend or boyfriend are here. They say, I want to be around him or her. You're surrendering your love. You're surrendering your life. You're surrendering your heart to someone else. And when you surrender those things, you're slowly giving up your hope and dreams as well. And God says, treasure your heart. It is the wellspring of life. Secure your heart. Protect it. Don't awaken it into a soul's desire. We watched a little movie clip of the Little Rascal when he was on the boat singing to Lila, I think, what's her name? And you are so beautiful to me. You know, it's cool, but in that little video clip, he had portrayed everything he had for that little girl. His clubhouse, his boys, his hopes and dreams of driving the cart in the parade just to hang out with her. So here are some tips. Don't start on a bad relationship by putting all your eggs in one basket. Avoiding the question, the big question. And don't surrender your hope and dreams. Protect your heart. And I hope you guys come to youth group so you can hear like the entire lesson, not just this little snippet or whatnot, and more applications for you guys to take home. But, you know, I know there are circumstances where you can't make it. But I hope you can catch up on this, and love you guys. Peace.